Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a great day. Today for math, we're going to be learning about a couple new things. We're going to be learning two big new vocab words. We'll get into those right after we do a little bit of a refresher here. So first thing we're going to do is refresh on some of our vocab words that we've been learning. So our first one we have congruent. Same something, same something. If we remember congruent, I had two big words for us. Same size and same shape. I'm hoping you remembered those and were able to say those out loud before I did. So if something's congruent, here's our little triangle example. There's a triangle. If I made a triangle that was same size, same shape, those would be congruent. Not congruent is if they're different sizes or if they're different shapes. Those would not work. Remember, color doesn't matter for congruence. Looking at reflection here, we can think of a reflection as a flip. A reflection is going to be a flip. And we have two different words for those. We have horizontal and vertical. Remember I talked about horizontal? We got the horizon. And the horizon goes side to side. A horizontal reflection is going to be side to side. And our vertical reflection, vertical is going to be up and down, up and down. One more word that we went over is line of symmetry. Line of symmetry is going to be the same on each side. And that kind of goes along with our reflections. So if I had my line of symmetry right here, and I wanted to draw this little squiggle like this, on the other side, it is going to look like that. It's the same on each side. We had an example of a face as well. So if I were to draw a face like this, it would need to look the same on each side. And there's our line of symmetry. All right, into our new topic. Translations and rotations. Our first one, translation, is going to be a one-word definition for it, a slide. This one's pretty simple. All that's going to happen is if I have a circle right here, if it becomes a translation, it just slides to the side, and now it's over here. It doesn't rotate, it doesn't flip, it doesn't do anything special. If I have my square right here, the translation of it, it's going to slide to the side. Now it's over here. So if I had a strange diagram, something that looked like this, we'll draw an F. We've been working on flipping those, and that would make it a reflection. But for a translation or a slide, all it's going to do is it's just going to move over here. It's going to look the exact same, just in a different spot. That's our translation. I'll give a little example of that later. And our rotation. You've probably heard this word rotation before. So if you notice, I have two other words here. I have clockwise and counterclockwise. So our rotations, what that is going to be, our one-word definition is a turn. If we rotate something, we're going to turn it. Now we can turn it a different amount of degrees when we're talking about our degrees that we did a couple weeks ago. We can also go different directions. We can go clockwise or counterclockwise. So clockwise means we're going to go the same direction as a clock would. So here's my hands on the clock, and they rotate this way. And you can maybe guess, rotating counterclockwise is going to go the opposite way of a clock. So they're going to turn that way. So if I have this, let's do a triangle. If I have this triangle and I want to rotate it clockwise, that means it is going to turn this way. So here it is. I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees, so I'm going to rotate it all the way down to right there. It's the same shape, but I have rotated it. I've rotated it 180 degrees clockwise. If I have that same triangle and I want to rotate it, let's say 90 degrees counterclockwise, that means I'm going to rotate it this way, and I'm going 90 degrees, so that's just going to move it from here to right there. I didn't go the whole way. I just went 90 degrees. If I'd gone the whole way, it would have been flipped upside down again like that. I got a couple examples for you here. We're going to take a look at my shoe again. So here's my shoe. Right now I'm going to do the first word for us, our translation. Remember, our translations mean a slide. That means it's not going to rotate, it's not going to flip. All it's going to do is it's just going to move to a side, or it can move up, it can move down. Our translation is a slide. I'm just sliding my shoe back and forth. My rotation is going to move the shoe. It's going to turn it. Remember, our one-word definition is going to be turn. So if I want to turn my shoe counterclockwise, that I know it's going against the clock. The clock usually goes this way, so I know it's going to go this way. And I'm going to move it 90 degrees, rotate 90 degrees, counterclockwise. It's going to move it just like that. I moved 90 degrees. If I wanted to move it from here, 180 degrees clockwise, I'm going to remember clockwise is the same direction as the clock. So I rotate it 180 degrees clockwise, and now it's facing a different direction. So our rotate is going to be a turn. Our translation is going to be a slide. Big things to remember. Translation is slide. Rotation is a turn. And our other one-word definition, our reflection is a flip. Nice job, everyone.